How's it, fellow adventurers? I'm Steph, and welcome back to Big Ambitions Extreme Rags to Riches Challenge. This is episode 4 of our extreme challenge to build the happiness empire from scratch. In this episode, we're paying the price for exhaustion, getting some security for sowing happiness, making sending happiness look better step by step, and doing some stock and finance reviews, because the dream doesn't sleep, but John definitely should. So, last episode, we kinda forgot to pay a fine or two. That means $150 fine for John's energy crash that we had 2 episodes ago, as well as $150 fine for hunger crash. That is a total of $300, which means we're going to grab 1 loudspeaker, 1 disco ball. It's not a big fine, but it still is $300 out of our empire. That's it, sir. Yeah, you go. You can grab this as well. He just ran away. Okay, sir, this is for you. There is a loudspeaker and a disco ball. Enjoy yourself. And this fine name is Energy Neglect Penalty. It's sad, but if we don't look at our stats, happiness, hunger, and energy, and it runs to 0, it is a fine every time. You don't build an empire by collapsing in the street. Now we're paying the bill for it. Sowing happiness has been making really good money, and I promised security, and that's what we're going to get done for sowing happiness. A penny lost to the theft is a penny less in our pocket to build the empire. As you can see, we do approximately $400 theft a day. That's $400 that can go to something else. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to go to furniture, we call essential appliances, we want to deliver to Sowing Happiness, 10 o'clock, which is Sunday, tomorrow, that's fine. Let's add a few items. Firstly, 2 security signs, which equals to $50. 4 dome security cameras, 2,700 each, we need 4 of them. Security guard lockers, 2 of them, 2,000 each. That equals to 4,000. As you can see, we've got 8 items. One of the rules previously were that we may not order if we have less than 8 items. So 8 items and more is perfect. I'm going through here to see if there is anything we need, and I'm thinking to add 2 speakers as we don't have music in the clothing store currently. That said, we've got 10 items, it's gonna cost us 16 grand, 250 delivery. They will deliver that tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Sowing Happiness is really looking well. As you can see, all the shelves are full and we are selling really well. Yesterday was 665 customers. Marketing is at 62%, even though our inside promotion is at 100%. All current capacity is 30, which is perfect. Interior is bad, but I understand why. Customer service is weird because we're supposed to have 100% employee skill. All of the prices are good. Stock count is what we still have in store. That's without what we have in the warehouse, and we are selling quite well. We have had this business open for 3 days now. Yesterday, the day before that. So it's day 108. So 108 plus 7 will be day 115. Then we'll have our 7-day approximation. But we'll get into that later on. Now that we've paid our security installments, we need to hire 4 security guards. Thank you, the headhunter, for being proactive. We're going to hire the top 4 skilled person. It would have been amazing if Michael over here had 100%, but that's fine. Hire candidates, yes. We can't actually put them into the store as of yet because we don't have the security lockers, but we have them on standby. Security guards, 4 of them. We can add them to HR, meaning that we're gonna have to start looking at another HR at 100% if we want to continue building this empire. Cool. So the security guards will go on both lockers at all times, 2 security guards at once per shift. We're not just going to sell clothes here, we're going to sell jewelry as well. So it's best to have the security up and running before the theft prices gets too high. We've got a few days before Sowing Happiness hits that full 7-day data cycle, but that doesn't mean we chill. we need to upgrade the flooring and walls of Sending Happiness. In the comments of the last episode, we spoke about how we're going to do this Sending Happiness shop. We are not going to get a firm to install the stuff because we like to do it ourselves, and John loves to be a penny pincher and save money himself. Every episode we need to at least increase decor and damn, cough in my ears, damn. Need to increase decor and furniture in Sending Happiness at least a few $1,000 so that we can get this puppy up and running, looking good, fantastically quick. As I said, we've got until day 115 for the 7 days of sewing happiness. Let's start with interior designing. The people complain about the walls and the flooring. They're not complaining about there's no seating, there's no walls, stuff like that. So we are going to focus on that right now. Let's start off with the flooring. There will be a link in the description down below to a Steam page collection thing where you can download these shops layouts and install them yourself with a firm. But like I said, John is a penny pincher, he's going to do these things himself. We need to remember that we've got 32 grand, we are spending 16,100 for security in Sewing Happiness, which means we've got 15 grand remaining to spend today. We need to at least have a buffer for if any orders comes in that we're not thinking of right now. We're going to go with a white wood in the main area. Let's go with a grey concrete like that. For the bathroom, we do that. We'll change the walls. Then we go walls, put up all the walls, and we go with... This is not for display, so it's fine if it's like that. The wall in the bathroom, a bit lighter. And then this is the moneymaker. We need to get some wood in over here. Then I was looking at marble, but nah, I like the marble. Over here and over here. I know we're going a tiny bit over 15 grand, but that's fine. What do you guys think of this? Let me know in the comments. This is then all the floors and walls done. Fantastic. That said, we then need to get some glass walls up, need to get some furniture for if you come and sit here and you want to look at a picture book. There's some plants, seating, a coffee machine that we have in the back right there. And then I want to make this area more secure so that you can't just walk in from this side and steal something, even though we've got cameras and that. That said, this is going to cost us almost 16 grand, which means we've got 16 grand left and apply. Fantastic. All of the decor and stuff is organized for Sending Happiness. You will see people won't really complain about the floors and the walls anymore. Awesome. Next up, in the next few episodes, let me know, should we first do walls or furniture? I would love to know that because we need to buy furniture and decor like plants and stuff like that as well. We can't just lie in bed pondering life while we wait for those 7-day data cycle. We've got an empire to run. Hustle doesn't stop while the numbers roll in. Please prepare yourself for a nice time lapse right here. We will be running through a few of our stores. We're gonna go to Smelling Happiness. We're going to Lack a Lifts, do some workout to get our happiness up, get some food, and maybe go and buy some food for our house in the fridge as well. I'll see you at day 115. Day 112, total profit of 51,641. We actually made a profit of 62,000 and we paid 10 grand for stuff. Expenses were 10 grand or something. So a total profit of 42,714, which is 10 grand more than yesterday. Day 113. Total profit of 15 grand. We got a shipment in from United Ocean that cost 10 grand, which is great. Business is 4. We are making a whole lot of money really quickly now. Sewing Happiness is making 16 grand. Sending Happiness is making a whole lot of money because of the smartwatches and the umbrellas. The umbrellas are selling very well. So we got this order in. They will only be ordering in day 120 again, which is cool. I can always up this later on. Let's see how it goes from 118. But at day 115, we're going to change all of this up, and then the next they will deliver 100 into the day 116. Logistics manager, I just upped the umbrellas at, say, Smelling Happiness, just to ensure that we've got enough. And umbrellas over here, all good. Warehouse stock. So we can start looking at running out in 5 days, so we can push this up. But that's not a problem because we're not really that worried. The smartwatches might be a problem, so we might have to shift that up as well as soon as we've got 7 days data on selling the smartwatches and the headphones. Sewing Happiness, we're just delivering, ensuring that we've got at least 150 in stock a day to ensure that our shelves or racks are stocked up. HR, all of our employees is here. Headhunter is searched for more HR. They are busy with that, so that should come in soon. Usually they struggle to get any HR something with no environment demand and no equipment demand, but we can always just remove that. Cool. Let's go 2 more days of time lapse. Day 114. Received a logistic delivery alert. That is due to the fact of clothing. I can guarantee you that. Total profit of 45 grand. We have officially hit over $100,000 in our bank account. That means we can buy a whole lot of decor for Sending Happiness. And let's go and check at the message. That's just Zanneman smartwatches. Due to the lack of stock in the warehouse, the following item could not be delivered. Zanneman smartwatches. Which means that is a fine that needs to be paid in the next episode. Let me know in the comments down below what that fine will be. And then we are going to look at our purchasing agent and ensure that we are ordering enough of the smartwatches. Said Zanneman. So 64 is not enough. Let's go and look at Sending Happiness, stock, smartwatches, Zanneman smartwatches selling 20. Oh, wait, but we've got enough in store. So, well, that's not really a fine then. We've got enough in store and 0 in the workshop, but that would have been delivered at day 120. 118, 100 and some other day. So yeah, I'm just going to up these numbers in the warehouse then, and they're going to be delivered tomorrow morning. So we are selling 23 a week, a week. 20. Okay, cool. Purchasing agent, this Zanneman smartwatches. Let's make it 96. These smartwatches are expensive, the prices are still high, earbuds we don't care about. These we also, headphones we also make, no, we're still good, we still got a whole lot in store. Headphones we can go up to 80. This I'm keeping 96 for now. Let's order this. It will be paid at 25 grand tomorrow morning. This I'm still good with. We'll sort that out. This will be delivered another day. Okay. I am not sad about that because we still have Xanaman smartwatches in store. So we're not selling out there yet. It's just a message to say there's no more in the warehouse. Reached bank balance of 100,000. Fantastic. Let's eat breakfast. And then another day to go around and get some stuff done. Now that we have so much money in the bank, why don't we upgrade the sending happiness a bit more? If we finish this today, it's fantastic. If not, we can continue with it tomorrow. We need to remember that we are going to use 24, let's round it up, 25,000, so we can use $90,000 to finish up sending happiness. Let's start off by calling. They are opening at 10 only, so IKEA only opens at 10, but we can get Anderson. We can call them to deliver some glass walls to Sending Happiness today at 2 p.m. And we're looking for window room dividers, and I'm looking for 14 of them. You will see why some other time. This is 8,650 bucks. Let's order that. That will come at 2 p.m. Perfect. Now we can wait till 10 a.m. so that we can call IKEA and get them to deliver stuff. The reason why I'm calling them to deliver because it's going to be way over 8 products which will be delivered. Let's wait here until 10 a.m. We just gave IKEA a bit of time to open properly. Now let's call them, and we're going to do a big haul. So Sending Happiness, 2 o'clock today is perfect. We're going to start off with 2 camel armchairs, modern coffee table, just 1, 8 wavy carpets, a few desk plants, some floor lighting, just 2 of them, 2 of each of these big plants, 3 planter boxes, a wall clock, 2 modern cabinets, 2 modern cabinet corners, 2 tall potted plants, an umbrella stand, 2 TVs, a water cooler, and let's just add 10 more ceiling lamps. I think that is all for now. We can always order or go and get more later on. That will be 11,148. That is including the 250 delivery fee. Now we will wait till 2 p.m. for everything to be delivered, and then we will finish up decorating Sending Happiness. Thereafter, let me know what you think, what it looks like. All our deliveries are in. It's a stack. I'm going to now do another time lapse where I decorate all of this. We almost have the 7-day data for sowing happiness, and the numbers are in. It's time to stop winging it and start building a system that actually works. The revenue highlight from day 110, it didn't want to give us 108 and 9 for sowing happiness, to 115. The highest day was 23,995. The lowest day was 19,229. The 6 days total, $133,463. That means a daily average of $22,244. Our projected weekly revenue, $155,700. And if we stop botching deliveries, we could push it past $750,000 a month. That's not just profitable, that's happiness money. And this is all without the jewelry that we still need to add. Right, now, let's talk stocks. We've imported 300 of each clothing item, but that's not cutting it. And the failed logistics delivery last few times provides it. Almost 7-day product sales. For classic cheap females, we are getting 267 items per 7 days. Classic cheap male, 265. Classic expensive female, 94. Classic expensive male, 98. Modern cheap female, 269. Modern cheap male, 266. Modern expensive female, 89, and modern expensive male, 95. It makes sense that the cheaper products run faster, as obviously it is cheaper by pretty much $100. That said, we want at least 7 to 10 days of buffer stock in the warehouse based on the sales data. Meaning that we've been importing a target of 300 per clothing item. We're going to cancel this order and up this to 500. We don't really need to up the expensive clothing to 500 as well. It could have stayed by 300, but I like to have extra in stock at all times. We are going to start pushing in picture books as well, and that should be 240 picture books per 7 days. So we can times that by 2, maybe by 3, and we ensure that we import so many every time. That means that it will be 720 picture books per 7 days. That's going to be way more than enough. This will be delivered tomorrow morning, 2 a.m. We're no longer guessing. No more half-stocked racks and failed deliveries. We're locking in proper import numbers and building the big buffer. This is how you build an automated empire. Data first, chaos never. Okay, maybe a little bit. That said, we need to now update the logistics for all the clothing. I am going to ramp this up to 300. Remember that this will just be the logistics. Robert will check if we have 300 in store. If we have less, it's going to put that into the store. If we have 250, for example, for classic cheap male, it will just bring in 50 for that day. But if we keep all of this minimum stock above 300, it should pretty much never run out. As you can see, warehouse stock for the classic cheap male, female, and modern cheap male and female is at 0, but that will come in tomorrow. So we will not really have a problem with that, as the store has not ran out of it yet. Stock amount is still all good. If we mess this up again, Lucy's gonna kick us straight out of our own store. And honestly, you'd be right. Once the clothing store is smoothly running, we will introduce jewelry into sewing happiness, which might be the next episode. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, if we should do it, and maybe have some ideas how we can do this layout. Alright, let's peel back the curtains on the happiness empire. Because yeah, we made over $250,000 this week. But we're not swimming in cash, we're paddling. That is not all profit. For Lacquer Lifts, the gym, we brought in $23,529. For Smelling Happiness, the florist, we brought in $31,525. For Sewing Happiness, the clothing store, we brought in $107,409. And the winner so far is Sending Happiness, which is the gift shop, bringing in a whopping $111,565. That is a weekly total revenue of $254,995. Now that looks amazing on paper, but empire building costs money. Right now, we're basically pouring it back out as fast as it comes in. Wait. We just made $225,000 this week, and we're only sitting at $162,000 in the bank. Yep, that's because of staff wages are ballooning. Imports and warehouse costs are scaling. Decor and security investments drain tens of thousands of dollars. And let's not forget the fines that you keep hitting John with. The rent, logistics, and delivery. It all adds up fast. The truth? We're running a high-speed train with just enough fuel to reach the next station. It is day 116 out of 365. We are almost 32% through the year. Our goal is $1 million by year end. Current cash is $162,000. Projection is, if we clean up our expenses and avoid fines, we could just make it, but there's zero room for sloppiness. This is when financial discipline starts making or breaking us. Let me know in the comments, should we tighten up and stabilize, or risk it all with a bold expansion? You tell me what we do next, and let's make it challenging. We're making empire level income, but spending like we're already billionaires. If we don't pull it together, this $1 million dream might come down to a final week, and thereafter we need to start worrying about tax. That's another challenge we have to face. Quite stressful, but I would like to know from you how we could tackle that. Okay, time to hand the mic to the real boss team. That would be you. Without the community, the happiness empire would be a mess. Unpaid fines and empty warehouses. Lucy Tiger, head of HR, logistics, and brutal honesty. Lucy called me out. Again, John either ignores store decor or spends like he's building a palace. Customers hated the floors and walls and at Sending Happiness. And here I was planning furniture and a botanical garden with all those flowers or all those plants. Lucy, you're now our official decor director. Floors before ferns. They also caught the failed delivery to Sewing Happiness. It should now be fixed after the almost 7-day stock analysis. But if it happens again, we're bringing in the negligent logistic fine, which does seem fair. The energy crash fine. Yep, Lucy reminded us we never paid the crash fine. The old price for the energy crash was $10, but that wasn't enough for our empire anymore. So we paid $150 for energy, $150 for hunger, which equals to $300. No booths were harmed in the making of this. Those were for other oopsies. David, architect of increment empire building. David had two big takes. Design decor gradually, save money for more control. That was with Sending Happiness. And another one was open a second gym in a richer neighborhood and charge more. Smart, because we only need to buy equipment and decor. No logistic nightmare. That's on the radar. And the gym might be in Midtown as they demand $72 and we can charge $34 per membership. Or we can stay in Hell's Kitchen with a 86% gym demand and we can charge $28. Let me know in the comments if we should tackle that as well. Let me know, what should we name the next gym? Lifting Happiness or Lack of Lifts? You guys can decide. And then a massive thanks to everyone who dropped feedback, catching fines, calling out design disasters, or pitching future plans. This empire is co-built by you. Got ideas? Drop them in the comments. You're basically the board of directors at this point. That said, today we tied up loose ends, paid what we owed, and tightened our system. Next episode, we go even bigger. In this episode, we paid overdue fines, installed full security in Serving Happiness, decorated and upgraded Sending Happiness, and we reviewed our weekly stats and stocks. Next time, we'll finish Serving Happiness with some bling and decor. We'll scout the city for our next business, and let me know, what would you like to see next? If you love the hustle, hit that like button, drop your next happiness business idea in the comments, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really means the world to me. We're building this empire together. Until next time, bye bye for now.